Hi there. It is Thursday, April 30th, and as of today, there have been 3,255 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Arkansas. And I don't mean that there are that many people who are currently sick from it in Arkansas. That number reflects everybody who has had a positive diagnosis since this, a couple months ago. Some of those people are already better. I thought I should mention that today. I am recording this video today from my little herb garden. Last year at this time I had a lot more herbs here, but I have not wanted to go to the garden center or Lowe's or Home Depot because I have heard that those places are mobbed with people, and this is not the time that I want to go to a store that has a lot of other people in it. So I'm just kind of doing what I can with what I've got. So this thing that's closest to you is rosemary. As you can see, my little rosemary plant is not very happy with me. It had a rough winter. But parts of it came back and parts of it are looking okay. So I'm trying to be gentle with it this year and hoping that next year it cheers up a little bit. Behind it, I have two different kinds of oregano. Oregano is really good in like Italian, other Mediterranean food. This is Italian oregano. They all look kind of the same from far away. So, Italian oregano. And this is, hold on, let me find a good one. This is Greek oregano. So two slightly different kinds. You can see how they're really, really similar, but one of them has kind of pointy leaves and one of them has kind of round leaves. It is possible, by the way, that I have those mixed up and that this is Italian oregano and this is Greek oregano. I'm actually not totally sure. Anyway. This is some mint. Let me see. Here's a good mint leaf. So that I did not think was going to come up this year. I had it last year, but it all died back. But here it is, back again. So I'm super happy about that. I messed something up. Okay. This is, can you see it? Yeah, this is a little basil plant. That's what that looks like. Basil's also tasty. That is all I have really growing here right now. But I want to show you something else that I'm having fun with. So this is not a greenhouse. This is an old light fixture from the parking lot at Blanchard Springs Caverns. But, I hate to waste things. And so I came upon this. A friend gave it to me. I have two of them. And I thought, that would probably work really well for a little mini greenhouse. And so I've been using them for that, and they seem to be working really well. I'm kind of proud of myself for using something that might have been thrown away otherwise. So under my little greenhouse right now, I have, go away. I have planted some seeds. This has a great name. It's called Rattlesnake Master. So they were tiny seeds. I planted them a week or so ago. They're coming up. I'll show them to you when they're more exciting. Right now I know they're just like little babies, but happy about that. Let's see. In the background you see some blue tarp material. That is in my garden because I'm tired of pulling weeds. And if you put a tarp over plants for a while, they die, and hopefully they'll stay dead. So this is kind of an experiment. I'm hoping that it works because I'm tired of pulling weeds. What else do we want to talk about today? There was a big announcement during the governor's news conference update thing today about gyms and fitness centers. We're doing this phased reopening thing in Arkansas where we're slowly opening businesses back up for people to use with restrictions. So they announced today that gyms and fitness centers can reopen. They will do that either Monday or next Monday. I've forgotten. I'm sorry. I don't remember. There's a list of guidelines that they have to follow. Basically, the ones that would be important to you and I are we have to wear a mask unless we're actively exercising. So when you come in and say hi to the people at the desk or whatever, you have to have a face covering on. When we're exercising, we can take the face mask off. The pool can't open, the showers can't open. We have to keep a 12-foot distance between people when we're exercising. rather than just a 6-foot distance, because when we're exercising, we breathe harder, right? So it kind of makes sense that our virus germs and stuff would go farther from our bodies while we were exercising. So 12-foot restriction on how close people are. Gyms are saying that they're going to like take out some equipment so that people have to, use exercise bikes or treadmills or whatever. Those pieces of equipment will be far apart. No personal contact. That's kind of obvious, I think. And still, team sports are a no. We are not supposed to be like playing basketball or football or whatever, because that involves close contact between people who aren't from the same household, both being in each other's faces in playing, but also touching a ball and then somebody else touching it. Anyway, so we're supposed to restrict that too. We aren't doing youth and teen sports yet. The current restriction on that is in Arkansas is until May 31st. Today they acknowledged the fact that they might let us start doing youth and teen sports in June, but they haven't decided yet. So they'll be discussing that, and there will be an announcement about that sometime toward the middle of May. It's important to know, though, as things open back up, that doesn't mean we should be getting back to normal, right? I've talked a lot about the governor's news updates, which I watch every day. I like to be able to tell you guys what's going on, and if you have questions, I like to be able to answer those questions. But I think it's important to notice that our governor is being a good example of this stuff, at least as far as I can tell. There have been some government leaders in the news lately who have not been following the guidelines that we've been given. And, being in public or in hospitals without a mask on. And here's the deal. You guys know that I don't like rules, and I think you know me well enough, and I've been your science teacher long enough that you know that if somebody tells me to do something that I don't think makes sense, I'm either not gonna do it, or I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna bitch about it, right? And you notice me staying home. Hopefully you've gotten that idea. I don't think I've said anything to you that's negative about, damn it, I think we shouldn't have to do this or whatever. I think that these restrictions make sense, and I don't want to get sick, and I would feel horrible if I picked up the virus and gave it to someone who was more fragile and they got really, really sick. I don't want to do that. It's worth me staying home and kind of cramping what I usually do this time of year so that I know I'm part of the solution rather than part of the problem. The governor today talked about how we need to realize that if we can continue to keep our spread of COVID-19 in Arkansas under control, we'll be able to do more and more. More businesses will open up. There will be fewer restrictions. If we don't, and if things continue to get worse, then they'll have to roll back restrictions, right? So this is kind of a team thing, and I think it's important that we all realize that. I think that's about all I have for today. So I'm gonna let you go. Please remember that you can always email me. I try really hard to respond to emails within a few hours during the day, usually within a few minutes. You can meet with me. My office hours online are from 2 to 4 every day. There's always a link to where you can go to do that in your Google Classroom every day. And you can give me comments in Google Classroom. You can use Google Hangouts chat. You know that I'm here to answer your questions or say hi if you need for me to. So please take care of your people. Please try to learn something new every day, and please stay in touch. I'm here if you need me.